तो फॉरेस्ट एंड ग्रासलैंड देख लेते हैं। फॉरेस्ट, एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट, they are layered forest due to the different terrains present in the forest. Terrace in every forest: top vertical trees, middle vertical shrubs, bottom herbs and bushes. They appear green all year because the trees in this forest does not shed their leaves at the same time. They are seen in place of heavy temperature about 22 degrees Celsius and heavy rainfall 200 centimeters. In India, seen in western side of Western Ghats, Andaman and Nicobar Island, northeastern Tamil Nadu coast, heavy rainfall in the areas. Highest biodiversity seen here: vegetation, ebony, apatites, mahogany, rosewood, rubber, chikuna, deciduous forest, foothills of Himalayas. They are spread over a region receiving rainfall between 200 cm and 70 cm. They are mostly widespread forest of India called monsoon forest. Tendua leaves are used to make bidi. Cutition Haida Todis divided into two: most deciduous, dry deciduous on the basis of availability of water. Most deciduous found in area receiving rainfall 200 centimeter, mostly in the eastern part, northeastern states, foothills of Himalayas, Jharkhand, West Odisha, Chhattisgarh, and on eastern slope of Western Ghats. Example: teak, most dominant bamboo, sal, sesame, sandalwood, khari, kusmans, arjun, and mulberry. Dry deciduous found in the area receiving rainfall in hundreds to 70 centimeter, mostly in the rainier part of Peninsular Plateau and plains of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. Example: teak, shal, people, neem, kendu, pals, amartis, beel, khari, axlewood. On the water margin, it is a transition to the most deciduous, well on the dry margin on the thin forest. Thorn forest found in the regions with 70 centimeter of rainfall. Thorns are modified form of leaves to avoid water losses. Vegetation seen in northwestern part of an semi-arid area: Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, and Haryana. Many plant species: acacia, palms, euphorbiums, cactus. Species types of grass seen here: tucos grass, highest up to 2 centimeters. These are the scattered with long roots penetrating deep inside soil. Coniferous forest, shape cone, seen in area of high rainfall in India, seen upper Himalayas. Trees, softwood trees such as cherry, pinny, cedar, debore, cypress, gymnosperm. Mountain forest in mountain area decrease in temperature with increase in altitude, corresponding changes in natural vegetation. There is succession of natural vegetation belt in same order as we see from tropical to tundra region. Succession with changing altitude: foothills of Himalaya, deciduous forest, 1000 to 2000 meter weight, temperate forest, evergreen, broadleaf trees, oaks and chestnuts, 15 से 13,000 temperature for containing coniferous tree, pine, deodar, silver fir, spruce, cedar. Above 36,000 meter temperature forest in grassland, alpine vegetable, silver fir, juniper pines, rhododendron and byres, shrubs and shrubs, alpine grassland, bougainvillea. At higher altitude, mossy plus lichen and tundra vegetation. Mountain forests are extensively used for grazing by nomadic tribes, Gujar and Bakwars. Snow, alpine, subalpine zone, temperate zone, subtemperate tropic zone, and tropical zone. Southern mountain forests found in the three district area of peninsular India: Western Ghats, Vindhyas, Nilgiris. Close of tropic only 1500 meter above the sea level. Vegetation temperature in higher region: subtropical on lower regions of Western Ghats, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. Temperature: grassland forests are called soils in Nilgiri, Western Ghats, Annamalai, and Panna Hills. Mangrove: they are non-littoral swampy forests seen in coastal areas that are highly influenced by tides. The delta of Ganga, the Mahanadi, the Krishna, the Godavari, the Kaveri are covered by such vegetation. More in Sundarban Delta, Sundari are found here. Region West Bengal: the trees were viviparous. They are called pneumatophores for this living roots biomass forest across the world's temperate evergreen forest found in mid-latitude coastal area USA, Canada, Europe, Asia. Temperate deciduous forest heating margin of mid-latitude area is monals and found from 35 degrees to 50 degrees. Taiga and boreal blumen untouched 50 to 70 degrees north-south latitude. Tundra beyond 70 and north-south latitude. Indian state of forest: Indian established in 1987. 18th state of Forest Report 2023. It is a biennial report. Forest cover to 1.7%, tree cover 3.41%, forest plus 25.17%. 2023 report forest cover area wise Madhya Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. Forest cover percentage wise Lakshadweep, Mizoram, Andaman and Nicobar Island. Maximum increase forest plus tree cover Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh. Maximum increase forest cover Mizoram and Gujarat. Largest degree Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka. Indian Forest Policy 1952 last said that 33% geographical area should be under forest or tree cover. Later received in the year 1988. It aimed at maintenance of environmental stability through preservation and restoration of ecological balance. Social forestry. Social forestry means the management and protection of forest and afforestation on barren lands with the purpose of helping in the environmental, social and rural development. Chipuka Movement 1973 led by Sundar Lal Bhagwan. Forest Day 21st March Indian Forest Research Institution in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. Grasslands, types of grasslands, tropical grassland, tall, non-nutritional elephant grass, different name. Southern Africa known as big name country due to the extreme poaching of animals. Campus grassland, Brazil, Lanora grass, Ventula. Temperate grass source and nutrition, different names. Paradise, North America known as wheat Guinea of the world. Stepes, Asia, Europe, Wilderness, South America. Dowls, Australia, Pustas, Hungary, Canterbury, New Zealand, Pampas, Argentina, alfalfa grass in nutrient regions in seas here. Shifting cultivation is known as slash and burn. It's not good for environment, called deforestation, soil loss its productivity. Different name across the world: Indonesia, Ladangi, Mexico, Milpa, Sri Lanka, China, Vietnam, Ray, Brazil, Rocco, Peninsula, Konuka. Names across India: Jhum, Northeast, Kumari, West Ghats, Kamba, Dabai, Bring, Odisha, Pendu, Pondu, Andhra Pradesh, Deepa, Chhattisgarh, Bastar district and Andaman Nicobar Island, Valtar, Valteri, Rajasthan, Kurwa, Jharkhand, Bewara, Dania, Madhya Pradesh. Move on to next topic that was fundamental rights. Right to equality. Right to equality become the law for Article 14, prohibition of discrimination, gender, religion, caste, and Article 15, equality of material of public involvement. Article 16, abolishing and decision making agency publishing. Offense Article 70, abolition of title officer of proprietor law for according Article 18. Right to freedom, freedom of speech and expression. Article 90, protection with regards to condition offence commit Article 20, protection of life and personal life. 21, right of children to free education. Article 21a, protect against arrest, detention. 22, right against exploitation, prohibition of human trafficking and forced labor. Article 23, no child below 14 to be employed. Article 24, right to freedom of religion, freedom to practice and propagate any religion. Article 25, religious Stable religious education institution. Article 30, protect interests of minority. Article 29, cultural educational right. Article 28, non-compiled religious institution, freedom of forces, taxes on religious. Article 27, freedom to manage religion affairs. Article 26, parliament non-state legislature to make law. Article 35, restrictions of right when martial law imposed. Article 34, power of parliament to modify rights. Article 33, remedies for the enforcement right. Article 32, right to constitutional remedies. These are the article third fundamental rights. Rules 35, inspired and borrowed from USA Bill of Rights, Magna Carta of UK, the first written document relating to fundamental rights of citizens. Part 38 describes the Magna Carta of India. The rights protected and enforced by ordinary law. Ordinary right can be changed by ordinary process of lawmaking. Fundamental rights protected and guaranteed by the Constitution of the country. It can be changed by the amending the Constitution. Article 368. None of the government body can act in order to violate fundamental rights. Silent features of fundamental rights. Fundamental are not absolute but qualify very limited. Fundamental are not sarcasm, are not permanent, can be stretched during the national emergency and martial law. 352 and 360. Fundamental are justiciable in nature. Fundamental rights are termed as the conscience of constitution. They seek to implement political democracy. Six fundamental rights in India: right to equality. Right to equality. Article 14 to 18 prohibits Prohibits the inequality on the basis of caste, religion, place of birth, race, and gender. It ensures equal right to the citizens. Right to freedom, Article 1922. The right Article 19, 20, 21, 8, 22 are freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of movement throughout the territory of our country, freedom to practice any profession, freedom to reside part of any residence in any part of the country. However, their right has been their own restriction. Right against exploitation 23-24. Right against exploitation Article 23 to 24 condemns human trafficking, child labor, forced labor, making its offence published well, by law, right to freedom of religions, Article 25 to 28, right to 25 to 8 guarantees religious freedom and ensures secular states in India. All peoples have freedom to conscience and right to preach and practice and propagate any religions of their choice. Culture and educational right, Article 29 to 30. Article 29 and 30 cultural rights protect the right to culture, religions, innovation, minorities by enabling them to conserve their heritage and protecting them against discrimination. Educations and ensure of everyone in spite of their cases, gender, religion, taxes, right to remedy, constitutional remedies, Article 32. Remedies, right to constitutional remedies, Article 30 to 35. Superpowers, empower the citizen to move to court in case of any denial of the fundamental rights. Originally, seven fundamental rights were given. At present, six fundamental right to property has been removed. Article 31, Article 19 AF. If removed from Part 3rd by 44th Constitutional Amendment 1978, the PM Morji Desai, presently in Article 12th, Part 12th is a legal right. Article 300A. Article 12 defines the term state government, government, parliament, government body, local author, government body within the territory of India is known. At any law which is inconsistent or controversial with fundamental right, court can declare null and void it by judiciary, including ordinance, order by law, temporary law, and regulations. Constitutional amendment is not a law exception. Keshavananda Bharati case, this is not a written basis destroyed, treated null and void. Article 14 right to equality, also called rule of law by A.V. Dicey. Equality before all, negative concept taken from the UK. Equality, equal protection of law, positive concept taken from USA. Like should be treated alike. Subsidy by government to socially backward community that is not applicable for normal janta. Exception President, MLAs, MPs, Governor, foreign days. Dignitaries cannot be arrested in civil matters. Article 15 Equality to status, right against discrimination, race, caste, sex, religion, place of birth, or discrimination. Article 16 Equality to public employment, descent, race, caste, sex, religion, place of birth, only discrimination. Article 16 for promotion, reservation in appointment, not a violation of right to equality. Cases Commissions Kalkari Commission 1950. First Backward Class Commission Chairman Kaka Kelkar Mandal Commission 1979. Second Backward Classes Commission Recommendation Reservation to OBC 27% during the government VP Singh. Indira Swamy Case 1922 Public Interest Litigation filed by Advocate Indian Swamy. Reservation on social basis, not economical basis, taken from the US Constitution. No reservation in promotion. The Supreme Court appealed the 25 reservation of the reservation government, but also set a 50% cap of the reservation should not be exceed more than this. Agreement later to be an identification in which it's to be not given reservation. Abolition of untouchability. Abolition of title. State cannot provide title. Maharaja Diwan. It is exception in case of education, military, and negligence. Freedom of right under a reasonable district A, B, C, D, E, F has been to 144th Constitutional Amendment. Hidden right under Article 14, right to internet, right to information, Raja Verma versus State of UP. Article 9A, Samaru. Speech and act cannot define anyone. Assembly without armed or destroyed public order. Commerce union, non-Khalistan or cooperatives were added through the 97th Constitutional Amendment. Move freely throughout the territory of India. Prostitute cannot move anywhere. reside everywhere, cannot reside in tribal areas. Occupation, trade, profession, except drug, children trafficking are 97 Constitutional Amendment 19 AC, right to form cooperative society, right to reasonable restriction can be imposed, interest of public order, decay or morality, etc. I feel that many of these fundamental rights has been framed from the point of view of police constable. You will find the minimum right has been concerned and are almost invisible, followed by privilege. Almost every article is followed by previous, which take away right almost completely. Somnath Lahari, Article 19 in the Constitution of India 1940, protection of the omitted. All India shall we have the right to freedom of speech and expression, to assembly peaceable without arms, to form association or union, to move freely throughout the territory of India, to reside and settle in any part of the territory of India, and to practice any provision to carry on occupation, trade, or business. Nothing in sub clause 1 or clause 4 shall affect the operation of any existing law or prevent the state from making any laws so far or such law or impose reasonable restriction or exercise of the right concerned by the said sub-clause in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity of India, the security of the state, finally relationship with foreign state, public order, decay, and morally in relation to contempt or court defamation or incitement of an offence. Article 20 to 21 can never be suspended. Protection in respect of conventions for offence, no acts of post offensive crime, exceptional crime, civil law, no double jeopardy, no self-incrimination, Article 21. Right to medical care, right to shelter, right to education, right to food, right to livelihood, right to privacy, right to healthy environment, right healthy sleeps. Article 20, right to live and personal liberty. Ogletel vs. Bombay Municipal Cooperative case. No one shall be deprived from life and personal except the producer established by law. The foremost right among the right to freedom is the right of life and personal liberty. Most famous case, Golban case, Nehru stance of the right of peoples. Right to travel abroad is a fundamental right. Mekan Gandhi case, Biden stance, Supreme Court overturned Gopal case. Procedure established by law plus due, meaning uniform law to be declared null and void. Process of law not in constitution originated in England and later adopted by USA. Article 21A, right to primary education, 6 to 14 year, 86 Constitutional Amendment 2022, DPSP, fundamental change. This article provision include free and compulsory education, provision of discrimination, equal opportunity for education, removing financial barrier to access to education, providing adequate infrastructure facility and qualified protection against arrest and detention. It feels like crime कर सकते हैं यूज करने का रोकने के लिए डिटेंशन. सुजीता की जाएगी क्यों अरेस्ट किए हैं 24 ग्रांटेड के अंदर मजिस्ट्रेट के सामने प्रस्तुत लीगल वकील मिलेगा. एक्सेप्शन आर्टिकल 22 में बी रिस्ट्रिक्टेड ड्यूरिंग इमरजेंसी सच एज द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया प्रोक्लेम एज इमरजेंसी. Article 23 and 24 human trafficking and forced labor prohibited. Child labor prohibited. Below 14 age cannot be employed in hazardous place and dangerous place. Can work in safe place but in non-school hours. Exception under this article, state can force people to do a compulsory service during war. Article 26 establish and maintenance institution for religious and charitable purpose, managing religious affairs, women and acquired movable property, administration property in accordance with law. Article 25 to 28 freedom of religions. Article 25 freedom of conscience. Article collective right of freedom to manage religious affairs. Article 27 freedom for paying taxes. धर्म का नाम पे टैक्स. Article 28 धर्म institution not allowed in governments aided school. Article 29 the 30 culture and educational right to protect language, script, culture of every city for any section of society. Article 30 establishment of religious education institution only for minorities is now well defined. Can provide education or to his or her child in negative language. Article 32-35 right to constitutional remedies. Heart and soul of the constitutions by V.M.R. Ambedkar. Article 226 can approach High Court when rights are violated. Writs and jurisdiction. Supreme Court cannot refuse to issue a writ, but High Court can. Where abolition of freedom, High Court jurisdiction is greater than Supreme Court jurisdiction. Supreme Court can issue writ of for fundamental right only, but High Court can issue writ for both fundamental rights or legal rights. Any other courts, Parliament can authorize any other court other than Supreme Court or High Court to issue writs. Mandam, it literally means to be command a directive to a public order, require perform official duties which fail to perform or refuse to do it can use against the public figure, corporation, lower court, and tribunal. Article 32 Supreme Court, Article 226 High Court. Quo warrant, it literally means by what authority or warrant it is by the court to investigate the legality of persons claimed to a public office only in case of strict public office or permanent charter. Quo warrant prohibition, it literally means to forbid it is by higher court to lower court or tribal to prevent the latter from exceeding its jurisdiction. Only judicial and co-judicial authority can be served. Signatory, it literally means to be certified to be informed issued due to the excessive or jurisdiction, lack of jurisdiction, or legal error only issued against judicial and co-judicial authorities, not administrative ones. Habeas corpus, it literally means to have the body of a person who has declared another to produce the literal body before the public authority and private individual can be served. Habeas corpus, to have the body for unlawful detention. Mandamus, we command prohibition to forbid senator to be certified by what author of Article 33 Parliament power to restrict fundamental right of armed personnel. Article 34 restriction of fundamental rights will martial law enforced only in particular areas. Article 35 power to make laws to give effect to fundamental rights vested only of Parliament. Some fundamental rights only available to Indian citizens, not foreigners. Article 15, 16, 19, 29, 30. During 42nd Amendment Constitution of Mahendra Gandhi was PM 1977. Look it out tomorrow. You can learn all the articles from 1 to 20 to 14 to 24. Every responsibility would be cast on the majority to see that in fact the minority feels secure. The only safety of the minority lies in the secular state. Sardar Hukum Singh. Move on to next topic, that was emergence of Gandhi. Full name Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, birth 2nd October 1869 in Porbandar, Gujarat. Mother Putlibai Gandhi, father Karamchand Gandhi. Gandhi in Africa set up Natal Indian Congress in South Africa, racial decision against South Africa and Indians 1894. Started Indian Opinion newspaper 1903, State Equinox Farm 1904 and Tireless Farm 1910. Inspired from book Unto the Last by John Ruskin, developed new technique of satyagraha in this form. Also started Hindu Swaraj newspaper. In South Gandhi in India, in South Gandhi was restriction of marriage act. He also led campaign against restriction of Indian migration and when the Hindu marriage were not recognized in South Africa. Gandhi returned India 9 June, January, no January 1950 celebrated Pravasi Divas for non-residents in NRI Day. Political Guru of Gandhi, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, first public appearance of Gandhi in Banaras Hindu University in 19 during its inauguration. Founder of BHU, Madan Mohan Malviya. Champaran Satyagraha 1970, Rajkumar Shukla invited Gandhi first civil disobedience movement. It was regarding Tinkatia system and injustice of landlord system where the farmer of Champaran district of Bihar was forced to cultivate of indigo in 20th part of India was successive women. Champaran attacked abolished Tinkatia system and Arbat tax was also suspended. Other peoples involved in Champaran Satyagraha, Rajendra Prasad Maja, Ul Haq and G.B. Kripalani. Gandhi's first Satyagraha in India, Champaran Satyagraha. Second, Ahmedabad 1980 mill strike. Gandhi's first hunger strike. Invited by Ashok Sarabhai, workers of mills in Ahmedabad fought for economic injustice when the mill's owner discontinued their plague bonuses, demanded 50% hike. Third, Kheda Satyagraha 1980 is supported of peasants who were not able to pay the land taxes due to failure of the first non-corporation movement. This is the Gandhi's first non-corporation movement. Sardar title given to Vallabhbhai Patel 1928. Barodoli Satyagraha by human participation. Montagu Chelmsford Reform Government of India Act 1990. Montagu Secretary Chelmsford Viceroy extend separate electorate to Anglo-Indian Christianity. Hierarchy at provinces bifurcated into two subjects introduced by Cambridge. Centuries of administration by Governor through his Security Council, Land Revenue, Police and Finances, administration by Ministry from Legislative Council, Agriculture, Health and Education. Rowlatt Satyagraha 1990, 1950 Defense of Indian Act 1919 suggested by Citizen Rowlatt, British judges, originally known as Anarchally Revolutionaries Crime Act suggestion activists should be imprisoned without trial of 2 years, no dali, no vakil, no appeal, Sida jail without any trial. Habeas corpus was to be suspended. Gandhi organized Rowlatt Satyagraha against Rowlatt Act and called it the Black Act. Jinnah Madan Man Malviya Mazhar ul Haq resigned in protest against Anarchally and Revolutionary Crime Act. 6 April Satyagraha launched. 9 April arrest of Safazadin Kichwala and Dr. Sital. 13 April Baisagi 1999. The Jawaharlal people gathered in the mass of tourism due to Paisaki due to the arrest. Saifuddin Kichwale and Dr. Setapal. General Dyer closed the only exit and won open fire on the responsible person. Regional Dyer after death of the Jallianwala Bagh. Udham Singh killed Mikan Odari who supported Regional Dyer using name Ram Mohan Singh Azad. Arun Singh Chatterjee in the Golden Temple treated the regional Dyer as a Sikh, due to which Gurdwara reformer movement was launched later in 1920. Rabindranath Tagore returned his knighthood title. Gandhi returned his title Kesari in that he received from his work. Board was Hunter Commission's attempt to envisage the action of regional Dyer but do not impose any final independent act for Jallianwala Bagh incident. British allies started Morning Post on collection for Dyer. Rudyard Kipling also fund in this. Maulana Hassan Mohani coined the slogan "Inqilab Zindabad" during Khalifat Andolan and was later popularized by Bhagat Singh. Khalifat Andolan Abdul Kalam Azad was also involved. 1988 WW1 got in our Khalifat movement by Ali brothers Maulana Ali and Musafat Ali. Indian National Liberation Federation formed by Sundarnath Banerjee. All India Khilafat Congress on November 19 Delhi had Gandhi first president opposed by Congress and Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Resignation by M.A. Jinnah and Invest and B.C. Pal. 19 Calcutta Session approval non-cooperation in this special session. 19 Nagpur Session formation of Congress Committee. Congress Working Committee 15 members was formed to lead Congress. Declared himself extra constitutional mass struggles. Non-cooperation launch date 1920. Hindu-Muslim unity since 1920. Tilak Swaraj found a remembrance of Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Local struggle एक movement UP Mahipal movement 1920 Malabar revolt in 1921 led by Madari Pass seeking against for removal of corrupt Mahants. Awadh Kisan movement, a peasant movement, also started. Non-cooperation movement launched in Khalifat Andolan. NACM spread to schools and colleges were established on a national level. Jamia al-Millah, Kashi Vidyapit, Bihar Vidyapit. Lawyers gave up their practice. Foreign clothes were burned. 1 crore were collected through Swaraj Fund. Aftermath of non-cooperation movement. Post Feb 1920 Chora Chori incident. Chora Chori is a college of Gorakhpur. 22 of police died due to local protests that caused fire in the police station. Gandhian withdrawal. The non-cooperation movement. Jail in March 1922. Congress session in Bardoli. Officials suspended. Non-cooperation movement. Political vacuum created. After this, Rajendra Prasad Vallabhbhai Patel, M.A. Ansari, Council were boycotted. No changes. Council anti no pro changes. Motilal Nehru, Azamlal Gandhi opposed the idea, focused on construction work to build ashrams and schools. 1922 December gas session of Congress annual session was held. Pro changes made their own party. All Indian Khalifat Swaraj Party first in 1923 with the goal of ending of mending of the council by C.R. Das, President Motilal Nehru Secretary. Swaraj Party was formed 1920 after the gas season defeated Public Safety Bill 1928. Swaraj Party was divided into the responsibility and non-responsivist. 1924, the Bhagwan session of Congress was presided by Gandhi, only session presided by him except at the Swaraj Party within the country after the death of C.R. Das in 1925. Next topic, the head mountains, fjords, forest, cape, iceberg, sea, bay, basins, lake, hill, valley, prairie, plain, waterfall, rainforest, jungle, canal, beach, swampy sound, marshes, storms, peninsula, ocean, lagoon, atoll, archipelago, island, cliff, coast, dune, gulf, delta, river, cave, canyon, oasis, mesa, desert, glaciers, plateau, butte, tundra, glacier, and volcanoes. Geomorphology, geomorphic process changing the configuration of Earth, land build elevated endogenic forces, erosions, exogenic forces. Example: Himani continuously increase exogenic, abruptly continue decreasing exogenic, endogenic process. The pressure within the Earth, also known as internal forces, energy form, radioactive decay, tidal forces, primordial heat. Convention Arthur Holmes changes continents into digestive forest. It is a kind of process that move, elevate, build up the process of Earth. Endogenic process, organic process through which mountains are built. Ecogenic, other changes except mountain build up Earth, shaking of Earth, tectonics, volcano, opening vents where lava or magma era. Exogenic process, exogenic process causes wearing and tearing. Graduation, wearing down of relief features of Earth. Collecting exogenic forces are called denudation. Exogenic, running water, wind, waves, groundwater. Ultimate source of energy from all exogenic forces, sun forces, weathering in situ, breaking of rocks, driving forces, energy, gravitational, molecular stage, and or chemical actions, mass movement, gravitational forces. Weather is not a prerequisite except regional transfer agent, wind, water, kinetic energy. Weathering action of elements of weather and climate over Earth and material. It is known as Setu. Types of chemical weathering: erosion of disintegration of rocks, building material caused by chemical agents, physical and mechanical weathering, disintegration without chemical changes, biological weathering caused by movement of plants and animals. Effect of explosive process where large curved plant or circle rocks are stripped away from the outer surface of the rock masses. Mass movement fast slow weathering is not a prerequisite for the mass movement can add the mass movement main forces involve gravity, creepy slow down slope movement of practical solidification or progress movement of mass down a slope, landslide, avalanche, earth flow, mud flow, landforms, types erosional, depositional, landform created by river, rainfall and snow, lake, glacier, rapids, waterflow, tributary, floodplain, osmolex, slide masses, delta, deposit sediments, oceans, water sediments. Sources zone, youthful stage, river flow in speed, erosional feature dominate. Transitional zone, mature stage, floodplain zone, old stage, depositional features dominate. Youthful stage, V-shaped valley, gorge, canyon, waterfall, rapids, entries, meander. Mature state, meander, old Osbo Lake, delta, leaves, floodplains, separate from and form Osbo Lake. Erosional features: V-shaped valley, gorge, canyon, waterfall, potholes, plunge pool, river trenches. Increased meander, a meander river valley that has cut down its bed into the bedrock because of update or lower waste level. Deposition of floodplain, delta, Osbo Lake, meander, alluvial fence, potholes, plunge communal basalt, craving, milled bricks, strong oblique and pitching. landform created by Chris Arity, Terrain, Horn, Circuitous, Patternose Lakes, Ridges, Glacier Throw, Hanging Valley, Man Valley created, Fjord sea water entering into Glacial Valley, Sir Cascading Hand of the Glacier Valley, Ridges Arita, Horn, Hanging Valley, Glacier Valley, Depositionally Moraine, Esker, Tourmaline, Outwash, Plain. Shallow hole in the sections, sinkhole in sections, sinkhole sections, stalagmite pillars, caves, stagnite, cave mouth, sinkholes, valley sinks, and animals, various catastrophic features. Landform created by groundwater using seam in the place of where rock is soft, dominant limestone chemical weathering. Domain Ponor despairing for Onwa limestone pavement flooding and grooving, crest rover crust cones, dome lines and ulvas terrains, canals with stalagmite and stalactite, surgent stream with the tufa beds, cave in the Castatopia in a groundwater found in Casta region of Mediterranean Sea where rocks are made of limestone and dolomite, India mainly in South India. Erosional pools, sinkholes, dolines, lapis, livosinate, stalactite pillars and stalagmite. Landform created by sea waves, coastal lagoon, coastal dunes, bay, river, delta, salt, spit, oceans, sea storm, sea stag, beach, sea arc, cliff, headland. Erosional cliff, cave, stag, arc, depositional beach, dunes, various berry spits. Landform created by wind, prevailing winds, depression produced by deflection, sand deformed from the depression by the wind and deposition as dunes. Sand aquifer, water streams out of the aquifer and forms swampy on erosions. Erosional peneplain, placid mushroom rock, pedestal rock, deposit sand dunes, barrage and slip, perchance slip, transverse, parabolic, wind direction, longitudinal, or mushroom rocks. On glacier, lapin, sinkhole, pool, lapis, dolomite, erosional landform by groundwater, also lakes, river, old stage, stag, sea waves, stalactite, groundwater, drumlines, glacier, alluvial fan, river, youthful to mature state, barriers, bar, spit, sea waves, CP, barrage, wind, only river that meander in youthful stage, that was Jhelum. Move on to next topic, that was Gharanas. Indian classic music divided into Hindustan music and Carnatic music in 12th century. Hindustan music, North India, sung in India, Hindi, Braj, Awadh, Rajasthani, Marathi, Carnatic music, South India, sung in Sanskrit, Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, and Tamil. Similarities in Hindustan and Carnatic music, rag is musical structure. Each rag is with specific emotion, specific time of day. Miyana ki Todi sung end of the morning. Tal, cyclic argument of time unit, they represent rhythmic framework. Surti, small measurable difference between pitches. Indians music has seven bases for Sadham, Rishabham, Gandhara, Madhyaman, Panchama, Jivantam, Nishabdam. Three major vocal forms of Hindustan music. Dhrupad performed with a tanpar and pankaj. Dhrupad was the first composed by Emil Tansen. Dhrupad was pronounced by the Agarna family and the Banga Karna Kayal thought imagination. Khyal was the first composed by Amir Khusro. Tarana performed toward the end of fourth. It is used to convey the mood of elevation. Tilana of Kane is based on this. Later was from Damara Drupad. Kajari, Tappa, Tumari, Ghazal, Bhajan, Tripal, and Chatti. Major style of Carnatic music, Gitam, simple method, melody form. It is introductory piece, Sor Jati, devotion plus heroic form, Ketarman, devotion form, Tilana, short and crispy form, Kirti, highly involved musical form, Salo, the extension of Rag, Vishnu, Narayan, Bhaktan, the consolate Rag into thoughts, Vishnu, the Gambar, Puruskar established Gandharva, Mahadelva in 1908, Lahore. Father of Carnatic music, Purandar Das, a queen of Carnatic music, MC Subalkrishna, Prendi Pitaya, musician Shyam Sustri. What is Ghana? The term Ghana in Indian classical music means a school or a stage of music. Its system of social organization in India, subcontinent linking music or dancer by lineage or appreciations, and more important to particular musical style. Its legacy grew Siva relationship, genealogy, the study of family sin and of family lineage. Burial Gharana, the oldest Gharana of Khyal singing started during the region of Akbar, gave Mian title to Tansen. Later his court Ratnamno Pandit Tansen in his court Gwalior Renu Bhavani played Raya and Rudraveena. Gaurav Sen Ravidas started Sangh Dargah. Tamil dynasty ruled Raja Ramon Ran Singh of Gwalior. हसना खान, हदू खान, नाथू खान, नाता की परवाह, एक्समैन राजा वेद पौंचवाल, किशन रॉय, शंकर पंडित, अमरकंद ठाकुर, वीन शराबुद्दीन, विष्णु दिगंबर, फलकेश्वर बड़ा, मोहम्मद खान, किराना घराना उत्तर प्रदेश known for संग्राम perfect note, founder अब्दुल करीम खान, अब्दुल वकीद खान, Kumar Gadhav for Karnataka, original name Shivaputra Siddharaman Kolmanne. He refused to associate with any Gharanas. Exponent P.T. Bishan Joshi from Karnataka, Bharatanatyam 2009, Padma Bhushan 1999, Padma Bhushan 1985, Swami Gadhav, Government of P.T. Bhishmu Joshi, Gangubai Hangal, Prabhai Arti, Manika Verma, Chambalu Mishra. Pattabai Gharana, founder Maina Kullu, played Sarangi, performed by Ustad Fateh Ali Khan and Ustad Ali Baksh Khan. The Gharana is formed and inspired by four other Gharanas: Delhi, Rewaj, Gwalior, Jaipur. The Gharana is also known for three forms of singing: Ghazal, Khayal, and Tumari. Exponent Badi Ghulam Ali Khan, 10th son of 20th century, Begum Antara, Ajay Chitravati, Naini Devi, Pranav Sultani, Lakshmi Shankar, Amant Ali Khan, Mewat Gharana, Haryana, known for Taran of singing, founder Ghazal Nazir Khan, ex-P.T. Nasraj, Pandav Vaishnav in 2000, started Jul Pabandi from of singing, most famous. Kal Gharana associated with violin, Tripat Mukherjee, Ratna Mohan Sharma, Arvind Tawati, Mahira Gharana, founder Ustad Bismil Alauddin Khan, founder Topography My Life, My Music, Power, P.T. Ravi Shankar, Sitar, Anupam Devi, daughter of Alauddin Khan, Subai, Nilkal Banerjee, Sitar, Hari Prasad, Chaurasia, Flute, Ali Bakbar Khan, son of Alauddin Khan, Sarot Pangal, Flute, Vijay Jogal, violin, founder of Senai Gharana. इंदौर घराना फौज उस्ताद आमिर खान, एक्सपोनेंट सुल्तान खान, सारंगी, P.T. अमरनाथ, शंकर लाल मिश्रा, ख्याल बनर्जी, पूर्वी मुखर्जी, जयपुर और Urli घराना founder Alauddin Khan was allegedly that migrated to Jaipur. Exponent Keshwari, Karim Ali, Arjun Mansur, Vidyasagar Vyas, Vidya Gauri, Arbada Ali Khan, Rudra Vian, P.T. Lakshman Prasad Kishore, Aman Nakul, Punjab घराना founder Lal Bhavani Singh, Guru of exponent Allah Khan, and Zakir Hussain of Padma Vibhushan 2003, tabla player Nicola Ghosh, tabla Safar Ahmed Khan, Ustad Ali Atal Khan, Ustad Asif Hussain Mian को सरदार बेका बनारस घराना of Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, founder Janki Prasad P. Naraj घराना of Khayal, founder P.T. Gopal Mishra, बनारस घराना of tabla founder P.T. Ram Sai, exponent Ustad Bismillah Khan Sanai, Bharatnatyam 2001, P.T. Anukal Mishra tabla, P.T. Keshan Maharaj tabla, Samant Prasad, P.T. Kanand Masraj, Gopal Mishra, Hanuman Prasad Mishra, Rampur Sisam Gharana UP, founder Ustad Inwarit Khan, Mahbub Khan, exponent Ghulam Mustafa Khan, Ustad Rashid Khan, Saidi Hussain Khan, Ustad Nisar Khan, Jisam Khan, Abbas Khan, Lata Mangeshkar, Bharat Ratna 2000, Padma Vibhushan 1999, Padma Bhushan 1969, Dada Sahib Phalke Award 1989, Bandi Bazar Gharana Mumbai, founder Ustad Chogas Khan, Moradabad UP, Amir Ali Khan, Lagat Mangesh, Bharatnatyam 2001, Anjabai Malipaga, Shahid Kal Kolkata, Agra Gharana, blend of Khayal and Drupadi Dharma, Dishindian Noru, Delhi Gharana founder Siddhar Khan, Dadi exponent Tanraj Khan, Haji Sujjan exponent Fazil Khan, Malaka Jan, Raswan Rosin Khan, Jinki Khayal, Vijay Kinchol, Lalit Rao Gharana, Kode Baisakhi, the Darbhanga Gharana, Bihar founder Radhakrishnan and Katara Ram Kandara Vani and Garia Vani from singing for Darbhanga Gharana. रामचरित मलिक, प्रेम कुमार मलिक, सियाराम तिलवारा, विदुर मलिक, दादूराम घराना, पेटी तिलक, चंद्र चौबी, पेटी घराना बाबा, लखनऊ घराना, जयपुर घराना, बनारस घराना, रायगढ़ घराना, लखनऊ घराना ऑफ कथक फाउंडर ईश्वरी प्रसाद, एक्सपोनेंट पंडित गुरजू महाराज, सुनवाई महाराज, लक्ष्मण महाराज, प्रसाद महाजरी चतुर्वेदी, जयपुर बनारस कथक फाउंडर बाबू प्रसाद महाराजा, वजद अली सालार, Nawab Awad, who was the patron of Kathak dance and composed Turmis, Rag Gharanas, famous Drupadi's Jewish brothers, Padam Shiva, Jogo Mohammed Indar, Rudra Gharanas, Rudra Vina.